Let's unplug this. There we go. Alright. I'm going to give you a little bit of insight onto something I'd like to talk about, something I consider myself extremely well-versed, knowledgeable, and qualified to talk about, and that's art. Oh, you're going to hate this, John. Let's talk about some art. Okay. I went to an art exhibit in, I think it was Germany? Maybe it was, I don't know where it was at. And it was under development, and they had some places that weren't finished. You could kind of see they were making some giant frog thing. Cool. Couple of the exhibits I really liked. They were really creative. They demonstrated a deep artistic insight, like that shadow art. If you ever seen that stuff, where they just basically take a bunch of shit and they put it in a pile and they shine a flashlight and realize they like made a person. They're like, hell yeah, let's glue it all together. Okay, so I'm walking around, and some exhibits are closed off, some aren't, and I go into one place. It's kind of like this cylindrical room, and it's just completely bare, right? And I walk in there, and I'm like stopping, and I'm like looking around, and I'm kind of thinking, okay. And then someone else comes into the room, and they stop, and they're looking around too. They're looking at me, I'm looking at them, and another third person walks in. So there's three of us standing in this empty room, right? And we're all just kind of looking at each other. Because at this point, I was just kind of like taking a detour, but now I'm starting to think like, oh crap, is this art? Like, is this like is there a message I'm missing here? And so we're all kind of looking around, like waiting for someone to say it. And finally, I'm like, all right, guys, I need an honest opinion. Are we in an art? Are we in an art right now? Are we in an art? And they all just like, oh, thank God you said something. I have no idea. So we all just kind of laughed, and then we walked back outside, and we realized that there was actually a smaller sign posted that said that this gallery is currently shut down. It was not art. It was not art, but that's what I feel about art. You know, there's so much opinion involved on like whether or not something really is art. It's kind of like being a forecaster for a country you'll never visit. You know, you can't really be wrong. Like at that point, no one can really verify what you're saying. I'm talking, if we're going to get specific, people who also aren't going to visit said country. So you're just kind of taking shots in the dark. You're like, yeah, you know what? Hail. I feel hail when I look at this. And no one can say shit because it's art. And art just, there is no right or wrong answer. I don't even know where I am right now. Oh, I grew up here. It's sad that I didn't recognize that right away. Okay. And that's what I feel about art. Especially, let's talk about not art. Contemporary art. Not an art. I see, like, I go into an exhibit and I see someone spilled, okay? And then they just put up a fucking nameplate on it, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to like come here and like introspective, that's deep. Okay, so you spilled some milk, so obviously you're making here a statement about the childhood saying don't cry over spilt milk. Now the milk being a liquid might represent tears. I'm assuming this is kind of like a duality piece. I really enjoy it. And some dude's just like, dude, I just want my milk back. Can I please clean this up? Like, this is not art. I went to an art gallery once, and I think someone left their shoe. I think someone left their shoe on the ground, and it wasn't even a piece of art. Like, people were just walking around it, like, contemplating it. Like, dude, that's trash. Like, the only thing that separates art, real art takes skill. I see, like, people who paint, and, like, you know, I'm like, I can't actually paint that. That's cool. But when I see, like, someone just scotch taped a shoe to a postcard, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the art thing from it. So, yeah, that's my opinion on art. If you want to agree with me wholeheartedly, that's great. Because, like I said, I'm extremely well qualified to make these voracious claims. I don't even know if voracious was the right word. Someone's gonna call me out on that, so I'm gonna call myself out. But yeah, absolutely. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm right on this one. So, yeah. By the way, I think I'm going to start a video blog on YouTube, so if anyone is interested in that, just let me know. I'm going to do that, I think. I think it'll be fun. Later, guys.